Howdy folks, it's your host, the Rogue Star K17, and I am back once again to bring you all some more scary games for the month of October. I had meant to make some games earlier, one a week, but I will not be shying away. I will still be posting all games by Halloween, and I got something special planned for the night of Halloween, so be looking forward to that. And today's game is going to be a continuation of a game I had played in October's previous to this, Don't Escape 3. If you remember the first one, we were a werewolf and we had to barricade ourselves in to prevent ourselves from hurting anybody. And in the second game, we were in a zombie apocalypse and we had to barricade ourselves in, or more aptly put, barricade the zombies out. And in every game, there are various versions of ending depending on how well you do or how bad you do, and there's a perfect ending. The second one having the most options for the perfect ending, which is why I enjoy the second game, because there's a lot of ways you can do it and still do it perfectly. You know, it's more versatile, but I like the first and third in that there's only one way to do it truly correctly, if you know what I mean. And like the previous games, this one has its own unique premise, as you can probably tell by the background. And hold on, let me go ahead and throw this in full screen. I would have done this immediately, but I wanted you guys to see that intro, and you can't really turn it to full screen until you get into this screen. But, you know, I wanted that first part for you all to see it. So, yeah, Don't Escape 3. Now, I definitely recommend that you guys play this game before you watch me play it. I highly recommend that, because the game's replayability comes from trying to get the perfect ending, but not knowing how, and you gotta play it again to figure it out. And figuring it out on your own is so much more fun because you learn a little bit more every time, and you know, you gotta really point and click and figure stuff out, and that's a lot more fun. But if you don't intend to play the game yourself, then please just continue on with the video. I will be posting more games, and on Halloween itself I will be posting a very special game, which is also a continuation. And I don't know what games I'm going to post in between here and that one, but we'll figure it out. Now, for this game, I'm only going to do the perfect ending, because the first game, I believe I showed what most people would do their first time, and then I showed what you're supposed to do. And in the second game, I only think I showed one ending, because there's so many versions of the quote-unquote perfect ending you can get, because there's multiple ways to end that game with getting rid of all the zombies. It's kind of easier. Now, in my opinion, Don't Escape 3 is most true to its name, because escaping is exactly what you think you're supposed to do until you remember the name of the game. So I'm not going to say any more than that because I don't want to spoil it, and I also won't waste another second, so let's fire right off into Don't Escape 3. Here we go. Oh. I woke up with a terrible headache, like if someone hit my head really hard. Things were coming back to me slowly. I knew I was a pilot of this starship, the VEFS Horizon. But I had no idea how I wound up in here. I also had no idea what I didn't like more. The fact that I woke up in the ship's airlock, or the fact that the computer was counting down to something. And we got 32 seconds! Okay, the cold vacuum of space is behind this door. I need an access card to open the casing. Oh, Lord. Emergency ejection procedure in progress. Restore safety protocols. Safety protocols restored. Warding life form projected in airlock. Abort ejection. Abort ejection procedure. Woo! Okay, that was close. So I don't know what was going on there. We woke up in the airlock and it was about to eject us into space. Luckily, we stopped it in time. We overrid it, but we had to restore the safety protocols first. Somebody disengaged safety protocols. It makes me think of that one bit. Okay, now let's see what else we have. Initiate ejection procedure. No, I've had enough of that. Open interior door. Oh. Oh, we can see the little light on the ground. The door behind us is open. So let's get out of here. Airlock. Okay. It's got something on the ground here. Mission log. We've located what is left of the derelict. Something tore it apart like a tin can. We found something among the debris. Remains. I think they're human remains. We also found some strange glowing crystals attached to the bones. We brought it on board for further analysis. Dr. Grodberry will perform tests in the laboratory. Rick says there was another crystal floating in space. We'll have to check that later. Now, I would remember that if I was playing the game for the first time. Now, I will say something. If anybody has never played the game before and wants to play the game, I would recommend that you play the game before you watch this. So pause the video, go find the game and play it yourself, because you get the thrill of doing it wrong the first time and then trying to figure out how to do it better, which is the way I originally played the game. And that's the funnest way because it gives it the most replayability. Now, the second game, as I was saying, is different from this one. You get a lot more replayability out of that one because you can do it right multiple times. It's a harder game to lose unless you really screw it up. But the first and third, you get that thrill of doing a little bit better each time. And, there's just one thing I must have forgotten. Where is it? And then you go through and you search for that thing. So, yeah, let me see. So, obviously, we're on a spaceship. And it seems that we were sent to collect the remains of another spaceship. And something terrible happened. We found remains and glowing crystals. So, let's see. I should check the ship status first. Status. Assessing ship status. Navigation is offline. Communications are offline. Warning, life support is offline. Air will run out in 1 hour. Distress call activated. Warning, possible intruder alert. So, there's an intruder. Alright, so we have 1 hour of life support. So, that's not good. We gotta figure out something. We gotta figure it out fast. A fuse box. 1 fuse is missing. Manual release. Door 027B. Cut here. I'll need a tool of some sort. Console is locked. The lab. Cat, if you don't... By the way, I have a cat now, and he loves to climb on my desk and sit on my keyboard while I'm playing. I found him in the parking lot where I work just like a week ago, and he is a solid black cat. So, what are the odds I'd find a solid black cat in October? How about that? The other side is covered with blue crystal. It won't open. The crystal is holding the door in place. An empty flask. Okay, we'll take that. Oh, here we go. Our inventory up at the top. That's me. Just like the other games. My personal data pad, that's what we were just looking at, in an empty flask. Now, what is this? Initial test, Dr. Amanda Grodberg. Subject is what appears to be an upper half of human remains. All of the soft tissue is decomposed, which suggests that death occurred long before its exposure to the vacuum of space. There's a large crystal form attached to the bones in the abdominal region. The crystal itself produces a bright blue light. Despite being highly energetic, no other forms of radiation have been observed. However, it seems to be emitting subtle acoustic vibrations. Further tests required. Is that woo, woo that we're hearing right now? I'd assume so. A sink. Centrifugal mixer. I can use it to mix components. Sorry, that word always trips me up. Chemical analyzer. I can use it to analyze components. Okay. It's locked. Crystal dissolvent formula. And then there's something on the side. Amplifies explosives. Explosive materials used with care. Okay, so there's 2 formulas here. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh. A vial of antibiotics. It looks like that's all we can do in here for now. We are very obviously in space. I hope we don't run into this intruder. Let's see here. Escape pod. It requires an access card. Okay, so this is how we get out. Oh my lord. He's dead. I see that. I didn't know him well. His name was Rick, I think. A welding mask. Someone stepped on it. It's crushed and useless. Plasma torch fuel tank. A plasma torch. It's empty. The valve wasn't closed. Okay, so this tank is empty. We have the torch, but we don't have a tank. Quarters. Alright, well obviously there's some blood here, but it's too dark to see much of anything else. Not much we can do in there. A vent. It's held by some screws. Bridge. Yo? Captain. He's dead. Strangled. Captain's console. Notice, system has detected you are not authorized to access all sections of this console. Authentication required via Captain's access card. Access mission orders. Your mission is to investigate the anomalous readings in the sector. We have detected... I'm sorry, it's hard to read because of the pixely kind of thing. We have detected what may be a signature of one of our mining ships that went missing a few years ago. Move to the designated coordinates and scan the area. If any signs of the last ship are detected, investigate and report back. So we have log 1, which was the first one, and log 2. And now we have log 4, which was the one in the laboratory. Security cam. Security camera feed is not available in this area. Okay. A fuse. Alright. Navigation console. Navigation systems are disabled. Probably damaged. Comms console. This is VEFS Warsaw. We've picked up your distress call and we are setting our course to intercept. Be advised, we won't be able to reach you for 2 days. From your signal, we know that your life support system has failed. If you are unable to make repairs, use the escape pod and await our arrival. Good luck. Okay, so that's log 3. So we have 1 through 4 now. What else can we do with this? Authentication required via Captain's access card. Access denied. Access denied. Access denied. So, log last entry, self-destruct, and safety protocols. Okay. So we got a fuse, so let's go see if we can do something with that. There's not much else we can really do at this moment. Inserted a fuse into the empty slot. I wonder... I'll bet you I know exactly where that is. Ah, we got lights! Somewhat. Ah, a knife. Oh, okay. So much blood everywhere. I could take a sample of blood if I had a container. Ah, well, how convenient. Blood sample. Please select an item. Food dispenser, SPX03. Coffee, out of stock. Tea, out of stock. Standard meal ration. Okay, bon appetit. Today's dessert, a pancake. Bon appetit. Alright, might as well get one of everything. Alcohol. Information about your alcohol order has been issued to the captain. Drink responsibly. Okay, so I guess he has to know if we're using alcohol so that he can keep an eye on us. I don't know. I think that's a neat little detail, though. These lights are about to give me a seizure. What's in here? Ooh. Bathroom. A toilet. I don't have to use it right now. A sink. Mirror, mirror. Oh! Somehow I just couldn't stare at my own reflection. So we broke the mirror. I wanted to take a hot shower. Unfortunately, there was no time for that. A stack of detergent bottles. Okay. So we couldn't look at our own reflection. Interesting. A fuel tank for plasma torch. Okay, so now we have a fuel tank for that. Okay, we combined them. Nice, nice. A data disk. No, it doesn't add anything to it. There's something else we have to do with it. And then some type of garden here. Some plant leaves. Hydroponic garden. Door to the bunk room. It's locked. But why? Okay, and there's a code we don't yet know. Alright, so more dead people. That's comforting. Alright, so here we go. Manual release. Without protection, the flare will burn my eyes out. Alright, well, the welding mask the guy had was crushed and destroyed, so... Okay. Maybe we need to do something else first. I think I know what that is. Chemical analyzer. Okay, can't do anything with that but the pancakes. Can we eat? No. Okay, did it say like I'm not hungry? I'm not really hungry. Yeah, okay, so we can't do that. Alcohol. Results uploaded to your data pad, and detergent. And then the herbs. Alright, let's check that out. Chemical analysis. Okay, so there's one thing we're missing. Obviously, there's space for 6 things. Detergent, antibiotics, plant cells, alcohol, and blood cells. So this is how we figure out how to make that stuff. We have to figure out what to mix in what way. Although I did just remember something. I think I know what to do with this. Whoa! Okay. Intruder alert. Intruder alert. There is a bloody astronaut. Yeah. Okay, a key. Ooh, I think I know what that goes to. It's gotta go to this, right? A stack of acid bottles. Protective glasses. Alright, looks like we've got all 6 things that we could use. So we should be able to make these things. Okay, so what do we need to do? Okay, so we need 3 middles, 2 lefts, and 4 rights. Let me see if I can do some math here. 3 middles, 2 lefts, and 4 rights. Alright, so what would that take? Now, right here is the most annoying part of this game. You've got to figure out 3 middles, 2 lefts, and 2 rights. Use a plant cell, and then a blood cell. No, that'd be too many rights. If you used a detergent... an antibiotic. No. A detergent, an alcohol. Okay, I forget. Hold on, let me see. 3 middles, 2 lefts, 4 rights. 3 middles, 2 lefts, 4 rights. 3 middles, 4 left, 2 left. Wait, damn it! I forget. Come on, I'm not trying to get killed from behind while I'm looking at this. 3 middles, 2 lefts, 4 rights. That's how I like to think of it. 3 middles, 2 lefts, 4 rights. 3 middles, 2 lefts, and 4 rights. We can only put 3 things in there. 3 middles. I forget. Acid and that would make 2 lefts and 2 rights and 2 middles. So we need 1 more middle. And 2 more rights. So blood, acid, and detergent should do it, right? Because that would be 3 middles, 2 lefts, and 4 rights. So blood, acid, and detergent is what we need to make the dissolvent. Blood, acid, and detergent. Let me just make sure. Blood, acid, and detergent. 3 middles, 2 lefts, 4 rights. That ought to do it. Detergent, acid, and blood cells. Okay, detergent, acid, and blood cells. Mixing requires 15 minutes to complete. Ooh. Let's wait on that. Protective glasses. Okay. So now we should be able to do this. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta hold it, okay. Cut open this manual release so that we can get in. There we go. Okay, now we can come in here. Ah, emergency fan circuits busted. I could repair it with some tools. Access card. Okay. We needed an access card for the escape pod. Now this is the point where you can end the game if you want. At any point from now, you can end the game by using the escape pod. But I'm not going to spoil too much other than that I don't want to use it yet. A toolbox. It's ready to launch. Are you sure you want to use the escape pod? No. Okay. So now we've got tools, so we should be able to repair it. Use tools and toolbox to repair the fan circuits. This test will take 20 minutes. We're gonna have to, I'm pretty sure. Ship's engineer killed by vapors. Coolant flow conduct. Ship's power core. I better leave this alone. Oh, okay. Workshop station. A modern 3D printing machine. Life support control console. Oh! Activate main life support. Unable to comply. Life support system has been destroyed. Okay. Activate auxiliary life support. System is sufficient. Air reserves will still decrease. Alright, so we should have more time now at least. Fire sprinkler maintenance. Select an area to test the sprinklers. Interesting. I don't think we need that yet, though. Select a blueprint of a device to build. Oh, wait. I think we can... Oh, yeah. That's how we do it. High-density condensator. I don't know what that is. Portable igniter. I don't know if we need that. Flux stabilizer. I also don't know if we need that. Those are the 3 things we didn't have until we used the data disk. Now, the datapad Mark II processor. So we can upgrade our datapad. That we're going to want to do. 3 hours and 40 minutes left. Okay, so we just added 3 hours with the auxiliary life support, so now we can do stuff. Construction will take approximately 40 minutes. Proceed. We still have 3 times as much time as we started the game with. Construction complete. Have a nice day. And so now we have an upgraded datapad. High voltage coil and magnetic filter. I don't know if we need any of that stuff, and I don't want to waste the time unless we absolutely do. Fire sprinkler circuit access point. Okay. So what can this upgraded datapad do? Security camera feed in this area has been corrupted and cannot be displayed. You can recover the video, but restoring the feed will require the user's attention. Process will take approximately 30 minutes. Consider upgrading PDF's processor for faster decoding. So hold on, we can upgrade the processor? Was that one of our options? No. I've already built this. So what do you mean, consider doing it for... Hold on. Oh, no. Okay, so we could have restored camera feed, but only to certain areas. Recover the video, but restoring the feed will require users' attention. Consider upgrading the pad's processor for faster decoding. So now that we upgraded it to the Mark II, this will be faster. I think it takes like an hour other than that, or like 45 minutes or something. So I'm not sure. I think you profit on time if you upgrade it before using it. So that's, again, one of the things you can do to get a better ending, because it's time sensitive. Like the second game. I don't think the first game was time sensitive. It was just wait until nightfall. You didn't have like a time limit. But in the second game and third game, actions use up your time limit. Yes. Playback. Oh, it's a bloody astronaut! I think he stopped the fans first. Okay, he's under my nose. Excuse me for a second. Okay. Okay. So he destroyed that. And then he busted the gas out. 0. Restoring security cam feed has resulted in revealing a part of a passcode in residual data. Restore more corrupted video feeds to reveal the passcode. 0 ? Okay, so that's what we need to know. Okay, so somebody came in here. The bloody astronaut that we saw broke the fans and then destroyed the coolant flow conduit and left the engineer in here to suffocate. We restored the fans and now we're good, but... Interesting. Wait a second. Dang it, I was supposed to do that first. I didn't realize I had to combine them. I thought it just upgraded my processor. Dang it, I wasted 30 minutes. Okay, so that's what I was thinking of. Okay, but now we can find out how everybody died. So let's go ahead and do that. Security camera feed in this area has been corrupted and cannot be displayed. You can recover the video, require the user's attention. This process will take 15 minutes. Damn. I wasted 40 minutes instead of 15. I think it was 40. Maybe it was 30. I don't know. Someone wearing a spacesuit came up. Okay. Restoring security cam feed has resulted in revealing a part of a passcode and residual data. 08 ? Seems like every time we discover someone's death, we figure out a piece of the passcode. Security cam. Oh, dang, and then he came right up to the camera. That's kind of creepy. Oh. Well, there's only one more dead person I can think of. Security camera feed is not available in this area. Access denied. I guess there's only really one more place that we haven't really been to is in here. And we're gonna have to dissolve that crystal. Okay, let's see. Now that we have more time, let's go ahead and begin mixing this. We got 2 hours left. Please use the lab flask to retrieve the mixture. Chemical mixture. Won't open. The crystal is holding the door in place. Now, I know what to do here. What you're going to want to do is go into the sprinkler system, pour the mixture into the sprinkler system, And then you're going to want to put it in the lab and the isolation ward, because that's the place we can't get into because of the crystal. Now, if we put it in through the sprinkler system, we can dissolve the crystal just enough to get inside. Sprinkler system has been tested in selected location. Released 10 liters of circulated water. Found 0 problems. Aha! Oh, Lord. Dr. Amanda Grodberg, poor soul. We found these mummified remains in space. Makes me really uneasy and tense. My God, it's growing in her head. Explosive materials, harmless without an igniter. Crystal is growing everywhere. Even after partly melting down, it's still spreading. Okay, maybe this is the room. This is the last death we need. Uh-oh. There's a struggle. Bashed her head in on the crystal. Dang. And that's why it's growing in her head. 0849. Good Lord. I was wrong, really wrong. The corpse didn't rot for any period of time. It's been consumed by the crystal. It's been growing inside. Burst that man open and continued to grow, using soft tissues as building material. I think this is what happened to the crew of the destroyed ship, and we might be next. As for now, I'm working on a formula for something that will dissolve the crystal, or at least weaken it, so it may be destroyed by force. An explosion might work. The sound is getting louder. Okay, we need to get our supplies back. Some detergent, just in case we need it. Oh no. I just want to have everything before I start mixing. Oh, we have the code now. Zero, 8, 4. Light switch. Oh shit! The suit is empty, and it has my name tag. It's growing inside of me. I went to sleep, and it used me to kill everyone. And then it tried to get rid of me in the airlock. I'm infected. Dang! Captain's access card. Okay, so we have the captain's access card now. And now we know what's going on. Oh, Lord. Whoa. Why do we see an eyeball? Is it the crystal watching us or something? Access granted. Log, last entry. Someone is killing everyone. Rick is dead. Jeff is dead. I've locked myself up in the bridge. I will send a distress call in. Captain! Oh my God, Lieutenant, is that you? Yes, please let me in. I've locked the killer in the bunk room. That's why it was locked and our empty suit was in there. Hang on, I'll open the door for you. Sounds of struggle. Log ends. And that's the final log. Self-destruct system has been damaged, unable to comply. Dang it! She said an explosion might work, but we can't self-destruct the place. We'll have to find another way. Safety protocols are currently online. I'll leave them... Wait. No, because it was damaged. So how do we need to deactivate safety protocols? formula. Amplifies explosive material used with care. I think we're going to need that since we can't self-destruct. We're going to need to do something with these explosives. So how do we do that? We need 3 middles, 4 lefts, 2 rights. So basically these two are swapped. 3 middles, 4 lefts, 2 rights. Oh dang, look, our character is bloody now. 3 middles, 4 lefts, 2 rights. Alright, how are we going to do that? 4 lefts, 2 rights. Use the blood cells. You can't have any more than 2 rights. So we'll probably need something with 1 or 0. An antibiotic. Alcohol. Alright, so that makes 3 middles, 4 lefts, 2 rights. Antibiotic, plant, and alcohol. And then it was blood, acid, and detergent. Now it's the other 3. So antibiotic, plant cells, and alcohol. Antibiotic, plant cells. Or no, that was alcohol, not antibiotic. And then antibiotic. So we got the alcohol, the plant cells, and that in there. Begin mixing. Hour and 30 minutes left. Okay. Put us on an hour 15. So in case you have it full of blood right now, you that's what you use the sink for, to dump it out. Strong explosives with no lighter. Okay, so we need an igniter. And I remember where to get that. Oh Lord, 35 minutes left. Powerful bomb. But there is one thing, if I remember, from one of our first reads, our first entry logs, it said that there's still some out in space, and I think this access card. Yep. I've had enough of that. Close interior door. Decompression. Open exterior door. I could jump there, but how would I get back? Alright, so now we're tethered. This is the wreck of the derelict, I think. Aha! Another crystal. We must have missed it previously. They did say there was still some crystal in space. I had to be sure before I did anything rash. Close exterior door. Restore pressure. This game is so much fun to figure out your first time. The door is locked. Open interior door. So now we've gotten all the separate crystals, I believe. Now, I'll go ahead and let you know where you want to place this bomb. I think you can place the bomb in here to, like, destroy it. I'm pretty sure you can place it there. But that's not what you want to do. And since the self-destruction protocol won't work, there's only one way to completely destroy this entire ship. And that's the power core. Use datapad to detonate. Now you could get in the escape pod and then use the datapad to detonate it, but as we know now, the crystal's growing inside of us. Unable to comply. Safety protocols enabled. Estimated explosion will destroy the entire ship. Move to the escape pod before detonating charges. The pad will be ejected automatically. So you'd have to use the escape pod before it would let you detonate. But, because we have the captain's card, there's another way. Deactivate. Ship's contamination level. 100%. So this is familiar. The same screen as you always get. Something on board the Horizon killed everyone and tried to kill you. It had to be stopped. Dr. Grodberg's chemical recipe worked as intended, weakening the crystal and making it vulnerable. You tried to destroy it with a bomb by blowing up the whole ship just to be sure. A powerful blast left nothing behind, or at least that's what you hoped. When you had opened the bunk room, you learned the truth. The crystal had possessed you. Somehow, those quiet acoustic vibrations were enough for it to spread and start growing inside your body. You knew there was no way out of it, and did what had to be done. When you detonated the charges, the explosion consumed you together with the crystal. The Vefs Warsaw found nothing more than scrap metal floating in space. They will never learn what really happened. The end. The truth. Learn the truth behind the Horizon's murders. Decontamination. Clear the Horizon's contamination level to 0%. Lost in space. Make sure no one finds out anything about the Vef's Horizon incident ever. So we did what we had to do. Now you can use the escape pod and get on their ship. You can put the bomb, I believe, in the laboratory or the captain's quarters probably. And if you put it in the room with the crystals in it, the lab room, it destroys most of them, but notice how it said you destroyed the whole ship just to be sure. See, you want to put it on the power core. You got to destroy the whole thing. You can use the escape pod and detonate it from the escape pod, but then there's still the crystal inside you that gets out. And you can also forget to get the one out in space. There's multiple endings, and that's why I really hope that you guys played this game before finishing the video. I highly recommend that you guys play this game yourself before you watch me play it, because once you know the perfect ending, there's not a lot of replayability in it. But, you know, test out the other ones, do it yourself, see if you get the perfect ending your first time. Try not to use a walkthrough. And for anyone who stumbled across this video, I do hope that it was worth the watch. If it was, leave a like, consider subscribing, and I will see any of you next time. Peace!